All right, let's dive right in. Today we are talking about one single habit that psychological research says is a dead giveaway of a truly intelligent mind. And here's the thing, it's not about how much you know, it's all about how you think about what you know. This is going to be a good one. So let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself. When was the last time you were absolutely, positively, 100% sure about something, only to find out, whoops, you were 100% wrong? Yeah, we've all been there. And that exact feeling, that's at the heart of everything we're talking about today.
And that experience leads us straight into our first big idea, which I call the certainty trap. You know that feeling, that comfortable, cozy feeling of just knowing you're right? Well, it turns out that feeling can be a massive roadblock to actually getting any smarter. Because here's the deal, that feeling of absolute certainty, it's basically a cognitive dead end. It feels amazing, doesn't it? It feels so safe and secure, but what's happening in our brains is that we're basically flipping the closed sign on the door. We stop taking in new information. Learning grinds to a halt, we just get stuck. Think of it this way. You've got two mindsets here. On the left, you have fixed certainty. This is where your knowledge is like a fortress, and your job is to defend the walls at all costs. Any attack, anytime you're wrong, feels like a catastrophic failure. But then, look at the right side. Flexible thinking. Here, your knowledge isn't a fortress, it's a garden. The goal isn't to defend it, it's to grow it. And being wrong, that's not a failure, that's just fertilizer. It's an opportunity to help something new grow.
So okay, if being too certain is the trap, how do we get out? Well, the solution is this really powerful idea called intellectual humility.
So what in the world is intellectual humility? It's simply the understanding that real intelligence isn't about collecting a bunch of facts and having all the answers. No, it's about realizing that intelligence grows when we allow our sense of certainty to become flexible. And let me be clear, this is not about being wishy-washy or having no confidence. It's actually the ultimate confidence, the confidence to admit you don't know everything, which is what opens you up to real growth. Now, I know this might sound like some big, abstract psychological trait, but the best part is, it's not. You can actually practice it. In fact, it boils down to a super simple two-step habit that literally anyone can start doing right now.
So here's the practice. Step one is to actively challenge your own beliefs. That means you become your own devil's advocate. You purposely look for the holes in your arguments before someone else does. And then there's step two, embrace 3 magic words. And these 3 little words, they change everything.
I might be wrong. Just let that phrase sit there for a second. Saying this isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of incredible intellectual strength. It's an invitation. It opens the door to conversation, to learning, to actually figuring things out. It tells everyone, including yourself, that your main goal isn't to win, it's to get to the truth. Okay, so we know the problem is the certainty trap, and we know the habit is intellectual humility. But why should you care? What's the actual payoff for your brain? Let's get into the good stuff, the cognitive benefits that the research shows. And I'm not just talking about some feel-good idea here. This is backed up. Psychological studies have directly connected this one simple habit to some seriously powerful upgrades for your brain. It literally rewires how your mind works, for the better.
And the research points to 2 huge benefits: higher analytical depth and greater cognitive complexity. Okay, I know, those sound a little academic, so let's just break down what they actually mean in the real world.
First up, higher analytical depth. All this really means is that you get way better at seeing past the obvious. Instead of just taking a problem at face value, you start to see all the different layers, the nuances, the complicated bits that most people just skim right over. You're not just seeing the what anymore, you're truly understanding the why. And the second payoff is greater cognitive complexity. This one is like a superpower. It's the ability to hold 2 different, maybe even completely conflicting ideas in your head at the same time, without your brain short-circuiting. It lets you see the world in all its messy, complicated glory, instead of just seeing everything in black and white. So, that brings us to the end, which is really a beginning. This habit isn't just something to know about, it's something you have to do. It's a mental muscle you need to build. So, the question I want to leave you with is this: what belief of yours, big or small, are you going to challenge first?